All right, everyone, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 19, Hard City. Here we go. We're just rocking and rolling. This is the second podcast I did one last night. It was an hour long. But the screwed up part about that video, podcast, it's on Podbean right now for your enjoyment in iTunes. It didn't make YouTube. That's okay. Some of them don't make YouTube. Accidentally, though, I just couldn't get something. I pulled the chip out or something. I don't know what was going on with my computer. It just wouldn't allow. There was no more data. I had to delete a bunch of stuff, and I had to end up. I just couldn't put the video out. Let's just put it that way. Long story short. So we'll try it again. I don't know how long this one's gonna be. We've been banging them out on YouTube. We got about 5 or 6 videos out this week, so that's a huge thing for me. I needed to do that, and we're going to try to keep on schedule. Like I said, more podcasts. Hopefully every day we can do a podcast. So what the heck is going on? You know what, I was here, I said all these different things talking about the Kevin Hart accident, and guys, Kevin Hart is not paralyzed. I just saw him in my bathroom, like literally. Is that not funny? Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know. Is it too soon for that? Look, the guy's not paralyzed, okay? I'm actually not a fan of his comedy. Maybe I got to take another listen. I don't know. I don't even know if that was funny, what I just said. I think it was kind of funny. He's in my bathroom, meaning like my poop, in case you didn't know. So I kind of wanted to talk about accessorizing properly, gentlemen, because I see you guys jacking it up. I see you guys out there in a tuxedo with an Apple Watch, and what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You don't wear an Apple Watch to go. I guess you could. You can. If you had the right bracelet, I guess you can, right? But, let's get a little bit more class going on. Omega, Rolex, Orion, Hamilton. There's so many beautiful watches you can get. I don't understand why guys they go like the Vincero route, and I've been down this road before with Vincero. And what's the other one? Movement. You know what's funny is you haven't seen any. Man, like last year, I would say, yeah, last year, about a year ago, that's all you seen was movement watches, movement everywhere on Instagram. And man, did that die down quick. I don't know, people just started realizing, man, this stuff is junk. These watches are junk. They're made in China, garbage. Some of them have a chronograph dial, but it's not even a there's no dials on it. How can you have a chronograph with no dials? It makes no sense. So yeah, get yourself, like I was gonna say, so like I have my watches here in front of me. I don't have like a ton of great watches, but I have like a watch for everything. So one of my favorites, though, is definitely, for those of you listening on the podcast, I have the old Casio, old school. I'll throw it on YouTube here in case you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, it's this old Casio, the gold alarm chrono illuminator. I mean, it's the old Casio watch, dudes, right? And it's the old wannabe gold, silver back, and it's just a cool watch. I think that this is one of my favorites, to be honest with you. And from time to time, I still like to wear it, and it's just a cool little piece to have. It reminds me of my father. My father wore a watch like this, and I want to believe it was gold, but it could have been the silver one. I'm gonna get the silver one anyway, just to have it. But this is one of my favorite watches, and it's not no Apple Watch. It's not the Gear Samsung one, which I actually do want to get to match up with my Note 9, or my Note 10 Plus. which, so I thought that I lost my style or my S Pen for it. Here, my freaking dog ate it. So I did lose it, but the dog ate it, is why I couldn't find it. So I was finding pieces of it, and I'm like, that can't be my S Pen. And then I found the clicky part, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So yeah, we are S Penless for the Note 10 Plus. I've had my Note 9 for a year and never lost the S Pen once. Now, towards the end of its ride, the back clicky part broke off of it, and it was hard. It's still. I had the phone right here. You have to actually stick something in there to get the S Pen out because it doesn't sit flush with the phone anymore. So, anyway, I like this little gold Corona. I guess I'll call it a Corona. The Corona. It looks like a Corona. So the next watch though that I have that like nobody's gonna like because it's like if there was a watch that would define the biggest nerd on the planet, it would be this one. But like if you're into watches and you're into like gear or you're just into things that are just out of the ordinary and maybe stuff that other people you're not going to see a lot. Like I wear this to the gym, and I always catch someone checking out my wrist, and I know somebody wants to come up to me and be like, "Yo, is that a calculator on your wrist?" Yes, it is actually. So there's that for you guys watching on YouTube, and it's for you guys listening. This is the Casio. Let me see if I can read off the number CA53W. It's the calculator watch, and yeah, it's a calculator. That's what it has, the buttons and everything. Like there's old school watches, and I actually wear this watch quite often. I really enjoy it a lot. It's just a very vintage watch. It's out of the ordinary, and it's a throwback kind of deal for me. I've always had one when I was a kid growing up, and I wish I still had one of those ones, but they were made the exact same way. So I really like this watch. I'm enjoying it, and that's really what it boils down to, right? You can get, like, I could sit here and say and talk shit about Vincero and Movement, but if you own one of those and you like the watch, then, that's all that matters if it brings you joy. But yeah, I really like this one a lot. It's just a pretty cool watch because the way the gloss black is, the numbers, and this blue writing. So there's for that you guys on YouTube watching. And then next I have this G-Shock. This is the blacked out version G-Shock, and what I like about this watch is it's not, so I have two of these, but the other one, the strap is a little bit different. This one here, it's all black. Like the screen is at the negative screen. There's no writing all over the place. Like the other one has like it says like water resistant, alarm, chrono, shock resistant, illuminator. It says all these different things. This watch doesn't do any of that. It just says Casio, and then it gives you on the sides mode, adjust, what's the other one say? Start, stop, and light. So these are really cool, but I like this black one a lot. The black one is so sick. It just looks good with everything, but you're not going to wear this when you're going to a wedding, right? So usually I switch between these two on and off throughout the week. These are my EDC watches pretty much. I just pretty much rock these every single day. And when I'm off from work, when I'm not working... Oh, so let's talk about the other one. So first we have the black one, and then I have the same exact watch basically, except it kind of looks like it's a little bit bigger. I know the strap is a different resin, but this one has the red strap or whatever. Pretty cool. I really like this watch. I enjoy them both. I like this watch with the red. I like all the different like illuminator and numbers and stuff sometimes. Like I think it's kind of cool. Neither of these are the whatchamacallit. I can't think of it. The atomic solar. I do have one, but Storm ate it. It's around here somewhere. I wanted to put a new strap on it, and I think I can. I can fix it up, but I think I just might buy another one. So yeah, that one is cool though, but that's just a regular G-Shock watch. That I like these both though. I rotate these in and out. For more classier occasions, I have my Seiko SNK 809. This is a small little watch here. I don't have a tape measure, do I? I should. Actually, well, we got kind of like this little ruler here. It's almost like maybe an inch, a little less than 2 inches as far as length goes. And this is a small wrist. If you have a small wrist, this watch will work out well. This is the SNK 809 Seiko automatic watch. It's got the back. I put a NATO strap on all of these watches like this because they just look sick. We'll talk about NATO straps too at the end, because when we're done talking about watches, because NATO straps, in my opinion, absolutely make the watch have so much more character. They just give it so much more. So the back of this watch is gnarly. You guys on YouTube watching can see you can see through the back. So if you're just listening, you can see all the different springs and sprockets and everything that makes this watch tick, and it's really cool to see. And I have I call it the James Bond edition NATO strap because it's basically the coloration strap that James Bond wore on his Omega watch. And yeah, one of the movies he wears an Omega. I think most movies he's wearing a Rolex. But actually, no, it might be Omega in all of them. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have to find that out. I definitely know for sure in the latest editions, they're all Omega watches. So, but I don't know about the older ones. So, excuse me, who is this? Oh, so. Yeah, I really like this Seiko. And so the last watch that I have is this is my newest one. And let me just tell you guys, I love this watch. And you can hear it. That's the dial spinning. It's my first diver. I've never owned a diver. And it's the Orient Mako 3. Or it might be the 2. I got confused about this earlier in a video too. I think it's the Mako 2. Either way, this watch is absolutely beautiful. Automatic diver up to 200 meters, which is way more than I'm going to be going, and probably anybody you know. I think the average diver goes maybe 50 meters or something like that. So 200's really deep. Yeah, it's an automatic NATO strap on there. It's just a beautiful watch. I'll show you guys on YouTube if you're watching. And yeah, it's this is the watch you can wear. So I wear this every day if I'm not going to work, and even sometimes I'll wear it to work. Obviously, I can't wear it while I'm working. I'm a mechanical engineer, so I work on big machinery and stuff like that. You don't want to have anything on your wrist. But yeah, the lumens on this thing are just so beautiful too. But this is a watch you can wear on any occasion, whether you're going diving or you're going to a wedding or on the beach or whatever. You could just simply switch out the NATO strap on it. You want to put the steel one on. I prefer NATO straps over everything, honestly. I think they just make the watch have so much more character. They bring your outfit to another level too. So having a variety of NATO straps is always a plus. And so I've mentioned this in a few other videos before, but you can really screw up the NATO strap. You can get them on Amazon, of course, and you can get any color or whatever. But it's just getting cheaper paracord and stuff like that. When you go to, I believe it's called Wrist Candy Watch Club. When you go there to get a NATO strap, you're gonna pay about $20 per strap, but they are so legit. They're really good, high quality. I guess these are nylon. I want to say they're made out of. Honestly, I really don't know, but I've had this NATO strap on the Seiko for about 2 years, and it's gorgeous. Now, I've had ones from Amazon that are just really crappy material. They're just not the same. They start getting frayed out and stuff, and they're just garbage. And they're like $9. But so go to Wrist Candy Watch Club, and they have a bunch of different straps. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get that. There's one that's like a weave one or whatever. I forget what it's called, but they have so many different ones. And I am looking to buy a new watch soon, but after I move, after I get a new car, probably around February, March, I'm going to be in the watch market again. So, yeah, so that leads me to my next point, because I wanted to talk about how you buy some of these more expensive watches and stuff like that, because it's, like you guys see on my channel, I do a lot of different reviews on a lot of different gear, and though it may seem like I buy things impulsively and don't just buy things to buy it. Like a lot of this stuff here, and there's thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gear in the studio. I mean, knives, watches, flashlights, guns. It's ridiculous. But it took years. I'm talking about I have this knife here that's coming up for review. I'm just waiting for the beads. Now, I'm going to talk about it on the podcast, but I'm not going to show it. It's right here for you guys on YouTube. I'll pull it out real quick. I'm not going to show you what it is, but it's a really cool EDC knife, little fixed blade, okay? So for you guys listening, this is it's a size of your hand, my hand at least. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, it's probably 5 inches. And it comes with a leather sheath. It's absolutely beautiful. But this is something I saved up for about 4 months. And I finally got it. So when I just said, okay, I'm being the new watch market, it's not like, no, I'm actually planning to buy a watch, but it's planned to buy it in February. Like, I'm not just going to buy a watch when I have the money to buy a watch. You know, it's going to take me till February to save up for the watch I want. So that's pretty much how I do it. And that's a watch that I want. So if it's for gear that I'm doing for a channel review, so a lot of times, and a lot of people don't know this, but most of the things that I buy, I don't buy things just to do a review. I buy things because I like it and I'm going to use it. So that's why a lot of times on my channel, and even now on the podcast, I'm talking about it because I like to reference stuff from the channel, and just because that's just, I don't know, I guess that's what I'm talking about. But the thing, different pens and different stuff like that, I don't buy stuff just to review it on the channel just because I have to have something on the channel. I buy stuff because I like it, and then it's okay, I'm going to make a video on this. This thing's awesome. You know what I mean? Most of the things I buy are awesome. I don't buy stuff because I want to have a negative video. I'm not going to buy something and hope, and then be oh, this thing's stupid, here's a video on it, it's dumb, it sucks. That's not what I do. I don't really do gear reviews. I basically just do, I would say that my channel is more like a show and tell. It's not even a gear review. It's more show and tell. Seriously. I remember having show and tell, and I was thinking about this the other day. Remember in school when you had show and tell? And remember I did a video or a podcast, one of the first ones I did was where do we get this EDC, where does this drive come from for us men and even women to have cool gear, have multi-tools or flashlights or stuff like that, and then take pictures of it and put on Instagram or make YouTube videos of it, and start this whole community around it. And where did that come from? And one of the things that I mentioned was Inspector Gadget, because he had, and MacGyver. So those are people who had those are inspirations for everyday carry. They had all the cool gadgets and gear. But also, I think in school when you used to do show and tell is where that's where the forefront of it, that's where the meat of where everyday carry videos and everyday carry pictures on Instagram came from. It stemmed from show and tell. It's basically all it is. It's the exact same thing. So I was just kind of thinking about that, and I thought it was neat. So a lot of the videos, I think I'm going to do a show and tells instead, because I feel like every EDC, that word on YouTube is just thrown around, and there's a lot of like, so, and not to knock on some of these EDC channels, but a lot of them you see. So the best person who does it is Best Damn EDC, his channel, because he reviews other people's gear. He's never just doing his own stuff. But then you have the Exercise Me guy who's like constantly having new stuff, but it's not stuff that he's using. It's just stuff that he's either getting for promotion and just showing it to you. There's no, like, everything that I have on my channel I actually use, and we're putting it through vigorous tests because we're working people and we want to know if this thing's a good product or not. And most of the things that I buy last. Now, I am starting to see some issues with my Olights, though, and I've talked about this before, and I'm going to say it again. The Olights are not perfect when you really, really work with them and beat the crap out of them. They're just, like, I have here the S1 Baton Mini, right? The battery on this is shot completely, so I guess maybe I just got to switch the battery. But it's supposed to be a rechargeable battery. It should last way longer than a year. This light's only a year old. You know what I'm saying, guys? So it's got to constantly be charged. If I use it a few times, it's going to be dead. You know what I mean? And that happens with these Olights all the time. So what size is this battery? The problem with this is in a shit hits the fan scenario, or like an emergency situation, you want these lights to be able to work for a long, long time. So that's why I always say and always tell everybody to keep a simple AAA flashlight around, because you're going to find AAA batteries everywhere. This is the Olight 13T EOS. This is a great flashlight. Oh, I got an itch on my foot. So, it's just a pain in the butt. I mean, why you get these Olights, you spend tons of money and bonkers money for them. They're freaking $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100 for a lot of these lights. And, they fail after a while. And, I see a lot of EDC videos that, like, make me absolutely mad because, like, they pull out this beautiful flashlight and they're like, yeah, this is the one I use EDC. I'm like, you do? That thing looks like it just came out of a box. Like, if you look at any one of my flashlights, they're all jacked up. So I got this thing on the camera for YouTube. I don't know if it's picking up with the focus, but this thing is it's all kinds of banged up. All my flashlights are like that. I use them constantly every day, and I'm sure most of you are. So I think that's what separates my channel from the other ones. We're not buying gear here just to do reviews because I want to do reviews. We buy gear here because it's cool and we're into it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, as far as accessorizing goes, accessorize the flashlights, man. This is if you get like one of these Olights, they make them in like silver, the bronze ones, the brass ones, and they're pretty sick looking. And it's a conversation piece, especially for a chick. So if a girl, she drops her phone or a ring or an earring or something, and you pull out a flashlight that's brass or copper, and you're looking around for her earring, dude, you're money. You're golden. Or the other guy who's looking around for his flash on his phone. You can't see nothing because it's not a flashlight, it's a flash. You know what I'm saying? This is a flashlight. It's meant to give light. That's just meant to take a picture with a flash. So there's a difference. A phone light is not a flashlight. Now I'm getting confused. Oh, here's the right phone. So I'm getting so many different messages on Instagram and stuff lately. We put out a lot of videos in the last week. I don't know how many you saw the last vlog at the Made in America Festival vlog. It just turned out to be an absolute nightmare. This new EDC video is starting to pick up steam. I just released one. Oh, wow, somebody just mentioned about the knife sharpening system. MK Flash 91, if you listen to the podcast, you wrote in the comments, "Hey bro, still anxiously waiting on your knife sharpening system that you use. Keep on keeping what you're doing and looking forward to that review. Happy Labor Day. I honestly completely forgot, dude. So I'm going to write this down right now. Knife sharpening video. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, like, if you're watching on YouTube or on a podcast, it doesn't matter. If you're wherever you're writing comments, it doesn't matter if it's on. I tend not to like to answer comments on Instagram because that's, I don't know. I just don't. So, Spotify, Podbean, I don't know how to answer comments on Spotify. Actually, I got to get into Spotify because I don't think I own the rights to my own podcast on Spotify. So I think I might ditch Spotify until I can figure out how I own my rights to my podcast on that platform. Anyway, wherever you're commenting, if you're commenting on YouTube or iTunes, I read all the comments. So I don't really miss them. The only ones I don't answer, if I don't answer, I will try to. And usually if I heart it, it's because I'm busy and I'll try to get back to you, but sometimes I just don't know what to say to people, and it's not that I'm trying to be rude, but I do read every single comment and I take it into consideration, the input you guys put into the videos, because you guys are everything. The subscribers, the listeners on podcast, everything is the reason why I do this. I don't do this for money. And I don't do it for fame because I'm not famous. And I don't even want to be famous. I just want, I was kind of thinking about this the other day too. Like, I've been doing a lot of thinking, I guess, right? I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like, is it for money? Is it really not for money? Or is it really not for fame? Do I really want to be famous or any of that crap? Like, and I guess a part of you, yeah, you of course, you know what I mean? A part of that's cool, right? You want to be noticed or whatever. That's why you do it. But for me, it's honestly, it's not that at all. It's more like the more people that I reach and can inspire to do better things. So, like, the other day, somebody told me about somebody who's like, man, this guy's doing videos just like you or whatever. And I'm like, I don't care. So what? Let him do videos just like me. That means I inspired this person. I'm not going to look at it as a negative light to where, like, I don't want any negativity. But, like, if I inspired somebody to make a video, that means I inspired somebody to do something and wants to be like me. That's dope. Like, I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get mad at that. So, you know, a lot of YouTubers do that. They're like, they get pissed. They get so pissed off, and people. There's a word for it. What is the word? It's not called copying. It's called It's a good thing. It's not. I don't know. I can't think of what the word is, but it's somebody will put it in the comments. I'm sure they know what I'm talking about. It's actually a form of growing your channel. So, like, if I see a channel, and, like, nobody can do what Best Damn EDC does, because that's, like, if you take that style, because he has a style of videos, like, it's one thing to have a style and take somebody's style, so, like, but yeah, somebody can start reviewing other people's EDC and stuff. That could happen. I could do that, right? But I don't want to. It's not my thing. It's too much freaking work. I have a job. Not only that, but, like, yeah, that's his thing. But somebody can come along and do that. Do you think he would get mad or not? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But to me, it's like it's like I don't understand why nobody has done it yet. It's actually surprising because I think what people don't understand is how hard it is to make them videos like that he does. Even just a regular everyday carry video is like a pain in the butt to make because you're emptying your pockets, you're going through your gear, and then, like, I always do this. I'm notorious for this, and you guys don't know this, but like, later on when I watched the video, I'm like, damn it, I forgot this, or whatever. Like, I did this knife video maybe a few months back, and I did all my knives and all my collection, and I forgot one knife, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And I didn't even know until I watched, and I didn't even know after I watched the video. I found out later, like 3 weeks later, when I found it in a drawer, and I'm like, I didn't put this in the video. Can't be. All those knives are still in the bag. So, anyway, yeah. not like knives, flashlights, watches, bracelets. Not the paracord bracelets. That's stupid. You're not Indiana Jones. If you're going hiking, you're going traveling, you're on adventures, you're in the army, you're a cop or something, then yeah, wear a paracord bracelet. But if you're going to Walmart or you're going out to dinner with your wife, or you're in a 3-piece tuxedo or a regular, even a suit or a golf shirt, you're going golfing. Actually, golfing, you could probably use a paracord bracelet maybe. I don't know. Uh, golf. How many of us golf? I like to golf, actually. I do enjoy it. I used to play in high school and hockey. I played hockey all through high school, all through middle school, grade school. I played hockey for a long, long time. Ice hockey. And golf was our summer thing. We loved it. I was quite good. I was on the high school team, and then I wasn't. So, man, that air conditioner, isn't it so loud? And I feel like it's a lot quieter now. Maybe not. I don't know. So where was I? Yeah, like flashes, pens, watches, flashlights. I said that already. Firearms, sunglasses. These are all ways to accelerate your outfit. Like, you can just have a pair of blue jeans and a white t-shirt and a leather jacket, have a dope watch, dope bracelet, sick pen, sick flashlight, sick gun, sick glasses, and you're set, dude. Like, blue jeans, a white tee, blue jeans, a black tee, some dope leather boots, like the Thursday boots that I have, or maybe some dope little sneakers, or, I don't know. You don't have to get crazy into fashion. Like, you see fashion trends nowadays are like, get ridiculous, but I just like to keep it classy. Pair of skinny jeans, a white t-shirt, or a gray or a black. I wear graphic tees, but they're only by a certain company, by Bad Monday. They're the only ones I like. They're like a flash art type t-shirts. You can check them out, Bad Monday. I like them a lot. You always see me wearing them. I think I wore one in my last video. Had the umbrella or whatever with the rain. It kind of reminds me of the actual logo I wanted to do for Hard City. And so anyway. Yeah, so one thing though for sure is, like, I was trying to figure out, like, to get back to what I was talking about, like, what do I even do this for? And, it's so hard to make money on YouTube too. Just YouTube, like, I almost, like the Patreon and people donating, like, I already talked about that before, like, it just doesn't sit right with me. I just don't feel right taking people's money when they should be already getting this content for free. I do this because I love it. It's not, and I think that's where so many people mess up. But, like, the YouTube, it seems like YouTube is penalizing the people who aren't participating in taking people's money, like, from Patreon or from, like, using Amazon affiliates or having sponsored agendas on their channel. Like, I have sponsors after sponsors in my emails. Hey, do this. Can you do these reviews on this product? And we'll send it to you. And here's what you say and all this stuff. Like, no, this is my channel. I run this shit. I own it. This is mine. Hard City is mine. It's an LLC in a month. So, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not. There's this, I just don't believe in the patron thing. Anyway, I feel like if you're going to be taking money from people, then you should be definitely 100% giving them something back in return, not just the content that should already be provided. It just, for me, it just makes no, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. Hopefully, though, like the reason, like, so some of the things that I think about is, it's like what the future of this is going to be, and how long can I actually keep doing this for free and not making any money. But it's come to a point now, so I've been searching for an apartment, right? So the couple apartments that I found are like $1,200 or $1,300, and I don't really want to spend that kind of money, but I need a 2-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny though, because actually YouTube, I make about that much, $200, $250 a month from YouTube, Google AdSense anyway. So YouTube is actually paying for its own studio, so that's kind of cool. So it's neat to start seeing that part of it grow and be able to actually do other, you know what I mean? Like do something else and have a nicer studio or whatever and be able to not just spend money from my check. Like I'm not taking money to make this work. Now this is making this work. So I hopefully the podcast takes off next. And like I mentioned in the last podcast, we've been getting a bunch of downloads. So thank you everyone who is listening. Like you have no idea. I thought that nobody was listening to this podcast, and it's pretty cool to see that people are actually listening and downloading it. Whether they download it and listen to it, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I haven't really figured out a way to see like how people are, or how you like check the analytics of like who's watching or who's listening and how long they are and all that stuff like that. Because on YouTube you can really get in and like check every single thing that people do. So what device they're watching on the most and all that is important for videos that you're going to make next. So yeah, guys, you can accessorize with flashlights and pens. That's why I think it's so important. Like I want to get people into it, and a lot of guys come here and they come to the channel and they're like, I wear a watch. I got a watch on my phone, but they start watching my videos and they see how it looks with the outfits and stuff like that, and next thing you know, they're buying a watch. So it's all about inspiring people to think outside the box and grow and all that stuff. What is this? Oh, I was reading this article about Kurt Cobain. Actually, I had this magazine for a while, and it's a Life magazine. I saw Kurt Cobain on the front of it. I picked it up a while back. This is from display 5/19/17. It's a few years old. On the back, it's got a pretty cool picture of Nirvana. Nirvana is one of my favorite all-time bands, and it's a shame. Kurt Cobain, he's really better looking than Brad Pitt and didn't even know it. Anyway, I heard a girl say that in a documentary about him. So I need to find like a movie to watch tonight. So I think I was gonna I have Netflix on my phone, I believe now, and I want to watch a movie. I have to go to bed soon, so we are gonna cut this podcast out short. So the issue with this is that I have to go to bed early tonight because I go back to work tomorrow, and I'm on second shift, guys. So I don't know what I'm going to do as far as like, okay, am I going to come home and make videos or make a podcast at midnight or 10 o'clock at night? Or am I going to wait, just come home, go to bed, or, because I got to go to the gym too. So like this is what I don't like about second shift. So it just seems like you get home at 10, you go to the gym, you get done the gym, it's 2 a.m. You go to sleep by 2, then you still got to eat, so you're going to sleep by 3 a.m. But me, I got to walk the dog, so really I'm going to sleep at 4 a.m, okay? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m., that's 7 hours of sleep. And then next thing you know, you're being at work at 2. I guess that's not too bad. It seems like you have more time to get stuff done when you're on third shift. But I guess maybe not. The real problem comes in when I have to do either come in early at 10 a.m. or leave. They can't ask me to come in early, but they can tell me to stay late. They have to do it an hour before. I'm actually excited to get back to work. Vacation's fun and all, but I'm not down the shore. I'm not with a girl. I'm not just kind of making videos for you guys. And don't get me wrong, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life anyway. Like, this is the plan. This is the end game. YouTube, the podcast. This is everything. This is the plan. There is nothing else that I want to do besides this. But my job is elevating me to be able to do this more, so that's why, like, I'm sacrificing, like, my everything. I'm sacrificing friends with people, like, going out, meeting people, meeting girls, having fun, partying. I'm past all that stuff anyway, because, the amount of money that I make and stuff when I work those kind of hours is ridiculous. So I have this plan, but it's like this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? So when I'm on vacation and all I did was this, it's like, wow, this is like what a taste of what it would really be like if this was my full-time job. And it's just like, oh man, I want it so bad. Like, I just want to wake up, get a coffee, hang out, start doing research. By 2 or 3, we're starting to film either a video or a podcast, or most days we're doing videos, or most days we're doing podcasts. Maybe 3 times a week we're doing videos or reviews or a new gear check or a vlog or whatever. So it's just like a dog training video, etc., etc., etc. There's so many things we do on this channel and on this podcast. I think that the next podcast is going to be about dog training. I've yet to talk about dog training or pets or living with pets. I'm actually going to write it down. Usually I get my ideas for my next podcast from the one I'm doing. And we still got to edit this one, so we're actually going to do about 5 more minutes. I hope you guys enjoy. So the last podcast, I talked a lot about it being on YouTube, and it wasn't on YouTube. But that's before I knew I couldn't put it on there. And I put an extra 7 minutes just for the podcast listener. Just for the iTunes and Spotify listeners and Podbean. And on YouTube, I cut 10 minutes out of it. So, but it didn't work out like that. But anyway, it's like a bonus thing or something. Yeah, the next podcast we're going to talk about more or less dog training and all that kind of good stuff. Living with a dog, all that good stuff. I'm staring at my cycle bike, man. I really wanted to rip that thing around today, but that freaking hurricane bullcrap came around and put a rainy damper on most of the day. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to search around for a movie to watch, and I just wanted to make a podcast on some EDC stuff, let you guys know how to accessorize. You can definitely accessorize. You don't have to, I like black stuff, right? But I'm going to start elevating my EDC to a brass set, a copper set, just so and I do have a nice copper knife that I always wear when I wear a tux or a suit. It's the Boker Mini from the Boker Kweekin or whatever. It's a sick copper scaled knife. It's badass. I always wear it when I'm wearing a suit. And then there's also the Protect Tuxedo. It's got marble inlays and oh my god, I want that knife so freaking bad. But it's $340 or something. So it's kind of pricey. But yeah, you guys can definitely accessorize it with knives and flashlights. And I forget what I was going to talk about with this knife here, but we do have the beads. So this is going to be something that's on the channel next to review or talk about. This isn't a badass little EDC fixed blade. And I'm waiting for these custom beads I had done from a friend in Russia, in Moscow. My comrade, Manyuk. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. So, oh my god, I completely forgot about how to. I do need to do this with you guys too. So we're doing the challenge. Is going to be, can you learn a different language in a month? And I picked Russian, and I got Rosetta Stone, and I already started learning Russian. So that's how I know Manyuk. Mindchuk is a child. Mindchuk yeast is a child eating. I forget, but yo guys, it's so much fun learning a different language. So I'm gonna do this video on learning another language, and can you do it in a month? That's the challenge. Learn another. So I gotta buy an SD chip just for this, because what I'm going to do is record my sessions throughout the month and see after a month how good I am at speaking Russian. So I got the Rosetta Stone, here it is, on my Note 10 Plus. And I've started taking my lessons, so start learning. Mальчик. Mальчик. Passed.
Чик.
Chuk. Chuk.
Мальчик.
Maychuk. Oh, I failed it. Maybchuk. And that's a child.
Девочка.
Девочка.
Де.
Dia.
Де.
Dia. This is so
Dia.
fun. Dia. Dia.
Вач.
Vach.
Ка.
Ka. This is a girl, little girl.
Девочка.
Девочка. Sick, right, guys? So sick. This is so much fun.
Ест.
Yest. Yest. It's eating.
Пьет.
Piyot. Fuck. Piyot. Not bad. I didn't get it all the way, but that's drinking.
Женщина.
This is a girl.
Жень.
Jen.
Щи. Щи.
She.
Щи.
She.
На.
Na. Na. Na.
Женщина.
Женщина. Женщина. Dude, I'm telling you guys, it's so much fun.
Мужчина.
Mushina.
Му.
I already know this one. Moi. No? What do you say?
Му.
Mo.
Щи.
She.
На.
Na.
На.
Na. Na. Damn it.
На.
Na. Yay.
Мужчина.
Moshina. So sick.
Бежит.
Whoa, what? I don't know this one.
Бежит. Би.
Bit.
Жит.
Jit.
Жит.
Jint.
Бежит.
Bejit. This is so.
Читает.
Shatayat.
Чи. Чи.
Chi.
Та.
Ta. Et.
Ед.
Yet. Oh. Shatayat.
Та.
Ta. Ta.
Ед.
Yet.
Читает.
Shatayat. So sick. So,
Готовит.
what's this one?
Г. Г.
G.
То.
To.
Г.
G.
Г.
G. What the fuck, dudes? G.
Готовит.
Готовит. G. G.
То.
To.
То.
To.
Вит.
Vit.
Готовит.
Готовит. Yo, I'm straight Russian, dudes. Straight up Russian. Yo, I love it. I'm having so... So, this is the challenge. I want to know who we got... Ow. If anybody's into that. So, let me know. I'm doing it. Like, I don't care. I'm making a video on it. And then we're going to do that. I'm going to start that one tomorrow. I completely forgot about this. But, yeah, I'm really super into, like, learning Russian. Just tie it. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, though. And I felt like... So, how far are you really going to take your prep? All right? Let me just say. You see a lot of preppers, and they talk shit. But they talk about food and water. How many of these motherfuckers know different languages? What are our enemies? Who are our enemies? Russians? Chinans? China? Mexico? Who? Like, America right now has more Spanish-speaking people than Russian, but Russians are the ones who could have the biggest threat to us, right? At least, I just thought that Russian would be the most beneficial to learn first. And that's just from me. Mainly because I want to call my new landlord a little girl in Russian. When I go to court with him. Zatayet. Zatayet eat. Zatayet see eat dick. Eat a dick. Little girl. No, that's weird. Little boy. I want to call him a little boy eat a dick. Boy eat a dick. How about not a little boy? That's weird. Let's not get weird. Let's just call him little girl. Anyway. I just thought, like, okay, so if you're really willing to prep, like, how many of these preppers actually know different languages? Probably none. They make YouTube videos about how they prep and do this and that. Oh, you need to do this. You need to prep, and scare the shit out of everyone. But when push comes to shove, you're actually probably not going to make it anyway, because you just don't understand. Like, people are going to be off medication. People are going to be starving. People are going to be killing people just to eat their damn animals. You know what I mean? Their dogs, their pets. People are going to start eating people. Like, it's going to be ridiculous. If shit hits the fan, I think we're so far away from that, because it's one of those things where it's like, it's almost, yes, it could happen, right? Anything can happen. I understand that, but I think we're really far away from it, and it's only a small community of people that are really like, diehard preppers or whatever. But, like, do you know another language? Are you fit? Are you in shape? If you really want to prep, okay, if you really want to be a badass motherfucker prepper, then start only eating 3 times a week, because, if you think you're going to be a fucking bodybuilder, what are all these bodybuilders going to do without their steroids and shit? What, you think some of these bodybuilders aren't throwing steroids? How do you think they get that big? How do you think they get that fucking big, dudes? Come on. You don't get that big. You know how I know? Because I've done this shit before. You know what I'm saying? I've done steroids. I know. You're not going to get that fucking big if you don't do it. Just period. You're only going to get so big without, naturally. I don't fucking care what anybody says. That's the truth. Okay? And that's just, so these preppers that are overweight and fat and shit, like, they're going to be fucking dead. And these preppers who think, like, you're going to live on beans and rice and shit, and, like, you just don't, I think people don't understand, like, how fucked it's actually going to be. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. You have to really ration, but be prepared to be skinny. There's going to be a lot of skinny people. Like, remember, what was that fucking show about, with, what the fuck was that bozo? Abraham Lincoln? Lincoln Tech? Anyway. The guy, Walking Dead. So, the dude was, like, solid. He's a solid man. You're not going to have solid men. Okay, nobody's eating like that. You're not eating 3 meals a day. You're not getting 5,000, 4,000. You're not even getting 3,000 calories a day. All right, some of these bodybuilders need 6,000 to 7,000 a day. All right, like, what are these people gonna do? So, like, if you really want to go hardcore prep, start fucking starving yourself. That's, stretch that stomach to be able to go long periods of time without eating, and be able to survive off the bare minimum. Some of these preppers are that serious, but you don't hear from them. All you hear is Canadian prepper talk is fucking shit. Oh, about the world of podcast. I'm so sick of that dude's channel, dude. He's just drives me. America's inevitable collapse is gonna happen, and when it does, we're all gonna fucking die. That's when it does. Oh, the only way you're not gonna die, though, is if you go to my Canadian prep store and get this bug out roll. Dude, fucking eat a ball sack. Nobody's gonna live. I'm dead. I don't even want to fucking fight. Like, because, like, I'll fight until the absolute last day, of course, but, like, people don't understand. I think it's so far. It's just a far stretch bullshit. And like I said in the last podcast, prep for real shit, real life scenarios, guys. Not this fucking bullshit end of the world. Come on. If the end of the world comes, we're all gonna die. Period. That's all there is to it. More than likely, we're dead. I'm dead. I know this. I know it, and I'm okay with it. I don't want to starve. I don't want to fucking eat chicken bones out of a trash can from 2 months ago because that's all there's to eat. I don't want to break cans of beans that are left from. It's just, that's all Hollywood shit. You're just gonna die. There's just gonna be people dead. People are gonna get sick, disease. I just don't understand. Like, people don't understand. Like, medicine is very important. Okay? Like, when people don't have their pills, they go crazy now. They fucking do mass shootings. What do you think it's going to be like when millions of people don't... You know how many people are on fucking antidepressants? Holy shit, dudes. That shit is one of the main reasons why people go fucking nuts. They don't have their Xanax and their Prozac and shit like that. And, you're talking about 9 million people, so it's pretty safe to say about 3 million people are on Xanax and some kind of antidepressant. And all those people are going to be fucking withdrawing. How about people who do opiates? How about people who do opiate, what the fuck is that shit? Suboxone or methadones, or the clinics, the people that do those pills to get off of opiates. Those people are going to be sick. There's going to be it's a real fucking shit storm that's going to be happening and I don't think anybody understands it. And this is the thing that you don't see these prep channels talk about. Like, they don't really talk about that because that's the real part of it. That's the reality of it. Is if nobody wants to be like, well, you're not gonna fucking make it, so don't spend your money on this shit. That's not how you sell something. You know what I mean? So, like, I tell my subscribers not to buy into that fucking bullshit. If you're going to, yes, prep, but prep for real life shit. You don't need to prep for the end of the fucking world. That's bullshit. All right? I just absolutely hate. It's my pet peeve. I just can't stand channels and people who try to sell their shit like that's why you need to prep for the inevitable collapse of America. If America fucking collapses, you collapse. Canada collapses. Mexico collapses. America is the shit, son. Like, yeah. It's just, I don't know, guys. Hey, you could disagree what you want. That's just how I see it. I see it. Look, that's the real part of it for me. Wow, this podcast is an hour. Yeah, so we're going to cut it off. We'll see you guys in the next one. We got lots to talk about. We're going to learn Russian. We're going to do the Russian challenge, or any language you want. Can you learn another language in 1 month? I challenge you. So we're going to do that video soon. I forget the words already. I really need to practice. So we're going to do that. But what happened? Oh, an email. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, if you're watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate that. That is the way you can best support this freaking channel. Like, share, subscribe, just share. Share everything. Share all of my videos. There's 300. Share them all. All right? And this is available on iTunes, Spotify. For Android users, go ahead and download Podbean. It's super easy. You can get all your freaking podcasts for free. Follow me on Instagram, hardcity_cafe. Until next time, I love you all. Peace. Storm loves you too. Probably.